Let's start by adding our parsley and cilantro to our food processor. You don't have to chop them up too finely because the food processor will take care of that. Next, let's add some chopped green onion. If you don't have green onions on hand, you could also just use regular onion. So I have about 1/2 cup of that in there. And there's also about 1/2 cup of parsley and cilantro, just for the measurements. So we'll add our cover and we'll pulse that a few times just to break it down. So that looks well chopped up. And next we'll add our sweet potato. So we have about 1 cup of mashed sweet potato. So I did this ahead of time. I just baked my sweet potato and then used my potato masher. You could also steam them if that's easier for you. And we'll add 1 can of rinsed and drained chickpeas. We have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. We have our spice mixture. And we have 1/3 cup of chickpea flour. So you could use any flour that you have on hand. I just like the flavor of the chickpea flour, and I find that it also adds some extra protein. So we'll add our cover here, and we'll just pulse it a few times. You wanna make sure not to over process it, so I like to keep mine a little chunky. You might have to stop it along the way just to scrape down the sides. And actually this looks really good, so I wanna make sure that everything's incorporated. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my mixture to a mixing bowl. Next, we're gonna roll our dough into 20 golf-sized portions here. If you find that your dough is a little too sticky, you could also just add it to the fridge for 30 minutes or so. It smells wonderful. Once you've divided your mixture into equal portions, you can flatten them out. So you could use a fork, but I have this little spring mold that I tend to like. I find that they all turn out uniformly, but you use whatever you have on hand. So I just push them down so that they're nice and flat and compact. And it's important to try to have them equal sizes so that they cook evenly. Today I divided the mixture into 17 portions. So as long as they're equal size, it doesn't matter. But you can expect anywhere from 15 to 20 falafels from this recipe. I like to spray mine with a bit of olive oil before baking them, just so that the exterior is a little crispier. Our oven is preheated at 350 Fahrenheit, and we'll bake them for about 30 minutes, maybe checking them around the 20-minute mark to flip them.